Good evening, everybody. How are you? Sorry, I'm eating cashews because I just had like 2 whole ass tablespoons of apple cider vinegar and my stomach is screaming at me. So I'm gonna be chewing for a minute. How you guys doing? I'm gonna wait for a little bit more of you to come on. It's Saturday and I'm at home to save money and enjoy my rent. I could have gone out with my friend today, but I told her I had an obligation, aka this. So don't tell her. Oh, by the way, these are fire. It's just roasted cashews with salt. I've been like really trying to eat clean for the past like year. And I've gotten pickier and pickier as time has gone on. But I want to show you guys something I found at the Asian market today. This is squid jerky. And I don't know if any of you have ever had this before, but it's freaking delicious. And literally all it is dried squid, lime leaves, spices like garlic, coconut milk, and scallion. Girl, that's all that's in it. And it's freaking good. But you might not like it if you don't like the taste of like dried seaweed and stuff. It's delicious. Hey guys. Yes, come in the chat. All are welcome to type anything. This is an open commentary question session. We're gonna get back into Luke and Nicola. And the only reason I'm doing this, because I know in my last video I posted about Luke and Nick and his girlfriend, I said this is the last video I'm posting because he went public with her and I'm so glad. But the discussion has been reopened thanks to his play. And there's a lot of stuff that I've heard from people who've went to his play. I've heard and seen videos and pictures. And I just wanted to talk about it because it's funny as heck. It's funny as heck that people still think he loves this girl. He does not love her. He's not in love with her. He's with her. And that's a difference. Oh, there's so many of you. Yes. Hey, guys. Doing okay. My son's team won their soccer game late this morning. Yay. That was the most exciting thing that happened today. That's pretty exciting, though. If they won a game, I hope you went out after. Celebrate. Drinks. Greeting from the wilds of Nova. You know what's funny? I used to live in Maryland, so what's up? I miss it sometimes. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I do. I miss H Mart. That's what I miss. How are you? I'm good, Melissa. Thank you for asking. Yes, squid jerky. Delicious. If you have an Asian market near you, and if you like the taste of like briny, like seaweed / whatever, it's pretty good. And it has like hella protein in it. It has like 29 grams of protein per serving, which is crazy. But it has a lot of sodium, so watch out for that. Good to see you again too, Lisa. Thank you. From Ireland, yay! Oh my God, you know what? I just saw a reel about Ireland today, and I'm like, I want to go there. And it was a reel from Galway, believe it or not, and they had this like cultural celebration going on, and I was like, man, I want to be dancing in the street to some bagpipes. Girl, that would be so fun. Actually, there's nonstop flights I found to Dublin from where I am now, so I might. Spill the tea, girl. I'm going to spill the tea. Trust me. Just you wait. Trust me. Oh, thank you. You know why? Because okay. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. So I'm about to be 37 in December, but when I go out and order a drink, people still look at my ID like I'm lying. And it's because I eat clean for like 95% of the time, and apple cider vinegar does wonders for your skin. So don't sleep on that. Yeah, it's yeah. If you don't know, then don't waste your money because it's definitely a strong flavor, but it's good in my opinion. Okay, so getting to what I made this live for. So Luke's play, as we all know, is coming to an end at like the end of this week, I think. And that poor man is counting down the days until he gets to go home to the UK. He's like posting on Instagram like 5 more days, 4 more days, 6 more days. Oh, darn it. Yeah, I know that man can't wait to get home because there are some weird ass people who go to his play and creep outside the stage door, you guys. And I don't understand, like, what I'm hearing from people who went and from other creators who are hearing from people who went and are talking about it, that he'll go outside and, like, there was this one woman who, and all the women who are there are older, which no hate, no shade, like, that's fine, because people my age, like, we work full time, we can't go there if we don't live in the vicinity. And a lot of the majority of the women who are there are, like, older. So this one older lady comes up to him and opens her shirt and she wants him to sign her chest. And I'm like, ma'am, what the F are you even doing? Like, like what? And then I think this person told me who was there, she proceeded to say, I'm a big fan of your girlfriend. And he looked at her with, like, the weirdest face. The person who told me was like, he looked at her with the weirdest face when she said that. I'm like, bro, I would too. I'm like, what are you talking about? You want me to sign your boob and you're telling me that whatever. So that was like one. Yes, he is in a play in off-Broadway called The House of McQueen. It's in New York. And he's been doing it for the past 2 months. 1 month, 2 months. He's been in that for a little bit, but yeah, he'll always go outside the stage door after the play and, like, greet people. And honestly, you guys, like, I'm surprised he's still doing it because of the fact that there's so many weirdos. Like, if I was him, I would just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna go back to my hotel this time, because there was another, like, so other than that, there was another woman. This was like a couple weeks ago at his play, and the person who went to the play told my content creator friend this, and this is where I got that from. She said that she was outside waiting for him to come out, and when he did, this woman was shouting at him, like, where's your girl? Go get your girl. Where's Antonio? Like, antagonizing this man. And I'm like, oh my Lord, you guys, like, what is going on? So that happened, and she said that he just gave her, like, a weird face, and I'm like, man, this man is so much better than me, okay? I would walk up to a skank and punch her in the face. No, I wouldn't really do that, but I would be like, you got something to say to me? Like, but he tries to be cool, and, like, because the fans, like, they make these actors and whatever. So that was weird. And anyway, so a lot of people have been reopening this can of worms with Luke and Nick, and, like, rehashing everything because of his play has gotten him more, exposure. And then his whatever his girl is, like, this unemployed, like, freeloading, whatever. Like, ma'am, do you even have a job? Like, she's been in New York with him this whole time. Like, what are you doing? Someone asked her, what is she doing? And dancing around the city. Okay, ma'am. Like, we get it. Like, you don't work for a living. She needs to get her bag up, because once he leaves her, what are you going to do, girl? What are you going to do? You're literally dating Luke Newton, and your Instagram followers have stayed at 14,000. Like, are you kidding me? It's crazy. I'm like, what? Anyway, that's annoying. She annoys me. Like, I don't have any say, any opinion on Nick's boyfriend, Luke's girlfriend, whatever. It's all fine. She's annoying. It's like, what are you doing here, girl? Like, he obviously is not in love with you. Like, he's just with you. Like, and I feel like Luke is the type of person who, he doesn't, like, he's not like a sleep around guy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, is he just staying with her because he has, like, a reliable, like, warm body to, like, take to Pound Town? I don't understand. Like, everyone's questioning this, though. It's like, why are you with a bum bitch? Like, why? You're so much better than that. Like, why don't you get with someone on your level? I don't know. But she's been there with him the whole dang time, not working, going to his play, whatever. Heckling the talent over the personal lives. Yes, that's what was happening at the stage door. And that's why I'm so surprised. He's been going out there every night. And then people will bring him gifts and stuff. And it's like, you guys, he's not going to be able to take all this stuff back with him, like, on the plane in his luggage. Like, most of that stuff's going to end up at Goodwill. Like, it's nice that you brought it for him, but you got to understand, like, actors can't just take everything home with them. Like, especially when it's, people are giving him multiple stuff from one person too. It's like, people keep giving him stuff from Bridgerton too, which is weird. It's like, I understand that's what made him but like to be him and to get that stuff when he's doing a completely different play is weird. Like people are giving him Penelope. Like what are those little dolls called? I don't even know. Like pop something. The ones with the big heads. Somebody help me out. They're giving him that. They're giving him collages of him and Nick, and I'm like, oh, the secondhand embarrassment. I can't. But like his reaction though, when he gets the stuff, especially when someone handed him a collage of him and Nick to sign, and his reaction, he was like cheesing from ear to ear, and he signed on the image of them from Brazil. And I'm like, I'm still like, what happened in Brazil, bitch? What happened in Brazil? I just want to know. This is my take on it, the whole thing. And I align very much with another creator. She's mainly on Instagram. She doesn't do YouTube, I don't think. But I align with her to whereas I believe that something happened between them and then something happened to make them like, you know what I mean? Like something went down. And then, like, because the energy was weird. The energy was weird after, like, a certain time last year. And then Nick was all depressed. And this girl, Nick, like, that's a whole nother thing. Nick. This girl used to go out everywhere. She was flossy. She was, like, dressed to the nines. Like, girl, you're looking like a whole snack. And now she went to the Palestine event where it was a formal event. And this girl was in, like, loungewear for the bedroom watching TV. I'm like, Nick, what happened to you? Like, I don't know. I just feel, in my opinion, this is not fact, that something went down. Nick got depressed, and then she went to Jake to freaking, stick it to someone or like heal or something. And she ran to him. And then, when Luke saw pictures of her and Jake hard launched at the BAFTA pre-thing, then he went off the rail and deleted all photos of him and her from his Instagram, minus like one, and then the professional Bridgerton ones. And then he brought Antonia's like freaking, wannabe dancer self out more and started flaunting her. And this is the thing that got me at the BAFTAs. You guys remember those pictures that he took with his girlfriend? Those said pictures that are so romantic? I'll show them to you in a second. Oh, girl, she's doing TikTok dancing. She's doing like step up to dancing. He is too nice. Luke is too nice. And that's why he's the best, because he's a nice person. And nice people get taken advantage of. Nick is petty. Nicola Coughlan, that's not saying she's a bitch. That's different. Petty and bitch is not the same. She is petty, and she knows how to work things. I saw a video of a fan that had him sign collage of pics of him and Nick as he was leaving and his face lit up. Yeah, that was what I was talking about. Those dolls are called demons. Oh yeah, Funko Pop. Yep. They're creepy. I don't like them. He did like the collage. At least that's what it looked like. And it started. So, okay. Remember those pictures from, I'm going to share my screen and hopefully it works. The BAFTAs. Not that. We're not there yet. Not that. That. Remember this disgustingness? This is not Luke being lovey. This is Luke performing, because this was right after Nicola came out with Jake. And so Luke said, oh, you want to do that? Okay, bet. And then he finally brought Antonia out. And not only did he bring her out, he tried to one-up Nick by being all smoochy with her. Now, bear in mind, Luke only does this with this girl when he's been drinking. Every other picture with him that he's sober, do you see him like this? No. Do you see him looking at her? No. He looks past that girl like she's a dang ghost, man. He looks all the way past her. He doesn't even look at her. He was drunk. And if he wasn't drunk, he was feeling good from the drinks. That's that. But that was the timeline of that, is what I was like, okay, so he did this to because Nick, right after she brought out Jake. And then Nick went to Australia with Jake. Okay. And that's when Luke went postal. That's when he deleted the Instagram pics. He took actor off of his Instagram. Jake put actor on his Instagram bio. I brought that up to my friend. I said, you know, right after Luke deleted actor from his Instagram bio, Jake wrote actor on his Instagram bio. The pettiness. I want to see all four of them in a room. I want to see all four of them in a room together. Nicola, Jake, Luke. We all know that Luke gets jealous of other people. This is not the present day. Got jealous of other people when Nick was being like cutesy and like flirting and stuff. Like he got jealous, you guys. Like there is so much video proof of this. Like from the interviews, like he would get defensive and protective about Nick. Like, bro, come on. So that was that. That was like performative, whatever. Now, I'm going to do, he leans, this is another thing, how I know, and the main topic of this video is Luke is not in love with this girl. He is still in love with Nick, but because he can't have her, he just stays with A. And then Nicola is so in denial, in my opinion. I'm like, girl, if you just open the door for this man, he would literally come running to you. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, oh, Nicola is pissing me off, dude. And all this stuff was caused by them. All the crumbs that we're left with is collateral damage from all the stuff they did to play with the fan base, man. Everything. They went too far. They took it too far. This is not promo. This is like legitimately like, you guys remember when they were pinching each other's butt on that couch video for the Bridgerton promo? Like they were touching each other's butt. They even said like on the red carpet, Nick was like, oh no, Luke was like, oh no, she's going to pinch my butt. Like, who says that? Who says that? Unless you're like fooling around in some way. Bruh, no, bro. Mm-mm. But like he always leans into Nick. Do you see the way his body's leaning? People do that unconsciously when they're next to someone that they care about or love or like even like a lot, like feel safe with. You lean into that person, but you don't know you're doing it. It's like a subconscious behavior. He always leans into her. Now, what's he doing here? Leaning away from this girl. He is leaning away from her. And like, granted, not all the pictures they're in together, he does this, but a lot of them, he leans away from her. He looks over her. Remember that concert picture? I don't know if I can even find it, you guys, but there was a concert picture of them. He was standing behind her. He was looking at his phone. She was looking at him, and he wasn't even paying her any mind. I'm like, girl, you're so stupid. Why are you? I don't know. I just feel bad for her. People hate on her and stuff. I feel bad for this girl. I'm like, you are so dumb that you are with a man who is not in love with you only because he's Luke Newton and only because you don't have a job and he can support you. Be so for real right now. Be so for real. Yeah, we haven't seen pics of Nick and Jake for a while. And I'm like, okay, that's weird. I was wondering if something was going on between them, but then Jake did post a story from the Palestine event to his Instagram with a red heart. So I'm pretty sure they're still together. But that's another thing. I feel like the Nick Jake thing might be like more emotional, like an actual emotional connection versus like Luke and Antonia. I'm sorry, 100% physical. He's not emotionally invested in this girl. And I'm like, I'm just like, girl, you need to wake up and realize that. And you know how I know? Because I was her when I was her age. I dated this man. I was like 22 and he was like 26. Granted, it's not that much of an age gap. But he didn't love me. But what'd I do? I stayed around because I thought, oh, well, maybe if I act like this, he'll love me. And maybe if I do this, what he ended up doing? Cheating. Girl, you need to recognize now at my age at 37, I'm happy to have gone through that because I could see this in other people. And it's crazy. That's what she's doing. Who don't love you? You need to go on and find somebody who do. Oh my God. It's so annoying. Yes. Thank you. But yeah, leaning away from her. And then does this look like, this was early on, granted, but does this look like a man who gives a crap about this girl? No. What kind of boyfriend, supposed boyfriend, walks in front of somebody? I think it was all set up. I still think it was all set up by her friends, by somebody, by his friends, because we damn well know that Rory don't like Nicola, Nicola don't like Rory. Rory's bad energy, sketchy anyway. I don't like him. I feel like this whole thing was just like, Luke is trapped, I feel. I feel like Luke is trapped because he is too nice to toss this girl out on her butt. And so it's just like, he's just letting it ride because she strong-armed her way into this relationship. Like, she forced it. Like, a lot of people do, let's be honest. Like, a lot of people will strong-arm their way into a relationship if they want somebody. But, like, I'm just like, girl. So, this picture's what got me, too. If you're with a man who's in love with you or who at least cares about you a whole lot, he's not going to let you walk on the side of the road where the cars are. And you know what's funny about this? Is that I was on a first date with a guy. First date. I didn't know this man from Adam. And then by nighttime, when we were walking back to the car, I was on the side of the road where the cars were. No cars on the road. It was nighttime. But he still took my arm, moved me to the inside, and he went on the outside. First date. This man supposedly loves her, you guys, and is letting her walk on the side of the road with the cars? No. You can't tell me nothing. He's with her, but he's not in love with her. And I think a lot of the fan base is now like shilling for like Nick and Jake and like, oh, Antonia and Luke, they're so in love. You guys got to understand, just because somebody is dating somebody, they're not, that doesn't mean they're in love with them. I know Luke's heart is still elsewhere. If it's not with Nick, it's elsewhere that we don't know, but it's not here. His heart is not in this situation. It's just not. Rory is or was Luke's like supposed best friend. And they just haven't really been like interacting much lately. So a lot of people feel like something went down within that friend group. But he's just sketchy. I don't like his energy at all. Yeah, I think it was a mixture of like his friend group, like maybe pressure, like her, you know, too, like forcing her way in, you know, and just, I don't know, whatever. But I'm just like, this is not, and let's think about this. He broke up with Jade, his girlfriend of 4 years, literally like not even that much longer before he started hanging out with this chick. You're a rebound, girl. You are a rebound. And if you're not a rebound, he's settling for you. That's it. I just explained it. Rory's his like best friend / ex-best friend. I don't know. I noticed from his last curtain call how Elle hugged the stand-in for Mama McQueen. It was very sweet with 3 rubs, just like Nick does. They rubbed off on him in it. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But okay, so granted, I do that too when I hug people that I really care about. It's kind of just a way to not make it awkward sometimes, but yeah, maybe because she does that. But we all know they mirror each other. This isn't new. We all know they mirror each other. That's what it's like. That's what everyone was seeing. And that's why it's just like, you guys are so stupid. Everyone sees it but you, but that's fine. I'm just like, oh my God. Oh, you're not too late. It's okay, girl. I just started like 20 minutes ago. There was a lot of speculation about A and Rory last summer. I just think they're both sketchy. I think they're both sketchy. I think they're both manipulative. I don't like it. But that's just my opinion. I'm very sensitive to like people's energy and the type of person they are. Even if I don't know them in real life, like you can kind of get a general sense if you see enough about them. Energy doesn't lie. It's very real. So yeah, that's the first thing. So, and then I mean this picture too, it's like they're not even, this was in Italy and this was what really set everything off. And I think these are the pictures that actually made Nick mad or whatever. Like if she wasn't mad, they just made her be like, I'm done. You know what I mean? Like, I'm done. We don't know for sure. We don't know for sure. I don't think they were ever in a relationship, him and Nick. I feel like they were very flirty. They might have been talking. They might have been in this thing where they were like talking and like, I still feel like they fooled around in some way, but that's my opinion. It's not fact. Don't sue me, but that's how I feel just based off of everything. And these are the pictures that everyone's like, oh, he's being so romantic with his girlfriend. Girl, what do you mean romantic? That one picture where she's looking behind him, they weren't kissing. She was just looking behind him. He doesn't even look at this girl. He don't even look at her like that. Like that. Like, bro, the way he looks at Nicola is not the way he looks at any other female, not even his girlfriend. This doesn't count. He was drunk and that was fake, like, performing shit for the cameras. No other pictures like that of them ever. Like that. He doesn't even laugh like that with this girl that we see. Like, what? Like, even the paparazzi pictures that are caught, he looks miserable. Like, they're supposed to be candid. Like, you'd think that they're laughing. Like, you know, okay, for example, I'll show you these. Like, where is it? Where is it? The shopping pictures. Where is it? But Nick is like that with everybody. Let me see. Oh, I didn't spell her name right, you guys. But, like, compare these paparazzi pictures to, like, the ones of Luke and Antonia, which look miserable. Okay? Like, come on. Give me a break. That versus... like, he looks miserable. He even looks miserable at the event picture here. Like, what? He looks, if this is Italy again, not looking at her, not even looking at each other. They're not kissing in this one. She's looking behind him. He just looks miserable. Paparazzi picture, looks miserable. Like, bro, give me a break. It's just crazy. So, and then the SAG Awards was the other crazy thing. Because at the SAG Awards, he was actually with Antonia. He was with this girl full on. Like, she was at the hotel waiting on him while he was at the SAG Awards flirting with Nicola. This man rubbed the back of his hand down this girl's arm. Bro. No. I never see him get that physical with Antonia. Ever. That's crazy. Yeah, maybe that's from, maybe because he's missing Nick. I'm telling you, man. This man, they're a mess. Nick and Luke seemed a bit odd at the SAGs. You know why? Because Nick was pissed off at him. This is the conclusion that me and a couple other people have come to. Just judging by, like, and Nicola's nice. She's not gonna, and there's cameras in front of them. What are they gonna do? Like, fight and, like, be weird? No, they're gonna be cordial. But, like, the way Nicola was acting towards him at the SAGs was, like, even the pictures of them together at the SAGs, like this, the energy in here is so different than that. Do you guys see the difference? Especially in Nicola? She's like, in this picture, it's like she's being forced to smile. Like, she doesn't want to be there. Like, she does not want to be taking a picture with him. Do you see the difference? Like, come on. You can't tell us that nothing happened between them. Something went down. I just look at this picture and I'm just like, Nicola looks like she's just doing it for appearances. And that's it. She don't want to be there. When she turned around, when he like turned around, when he got her attention, when she was interviewing, she like rolled her eyes. And a lot of people are saying she rolled her eyes like in annoyance. I don't know to this day still, because she might have just rolled her eyes like, oh my gosh, it's you, because she thought it was somebody else at first. The way she looked at him at first when she didn't know who it was, she's like, who is touching me? But then she like smiled. But the thing that gets me is just he had a whole ass girlfriend waiting for him at the hotel. And he was just all smiling and flirty and like touching this girl and like taking selfies with her. He doesn't even take a selfie with his girlfriend that we've seen. He doesn't do anything. Oh, Lord have mercy. They're such a mess. It's just, yeah. But the SAG Awards was weird energy because I think Nicola is just completely done with him at this point. And like the fact that he was still trying to be cute with her and stuff, she was just like, okay, whatever. Like, I'll do it because you're here. I still think that they're like they're not enemies or anything, but it's just like they're cordial with each other. And it's not the same as it used to be. If you've been in the fan base for a long time, you'll remember that even before their season, They used to go back and forth on social media together. They used to like flirt on social media in each other's comments. Like Luke was like, oh, I'm going to do this. And Nick was like, oh, bring me back something. Like, what happened to that? What happened between you guys? That's what somebody please tell us. Like, write a tell-all book, do something, because it's so weird. So yes, Coffee and Skeletons, you are absolutely correct. Yeah, I used to ascribe to the tarot readers and stuff. Now I'm not so sure anymore because like there's still some of them, I don't know. I feel like a lot of them, might have been doing it for wrong reasons. Some of them weren't, but some of them were. So who knows? They don't look happy together in their recent pics. Nick and Luke, I'm talking about. Like in the recent pics we actually have of them. Like it'll be really interesting to see how they act with each other on screen in season 4. Like I'm really, really curious to see if their dynamic shifted because of stuff. So that will be, even though they're actors and they're supposed to like, you can tell, dude. Like even in the Bridgerton video that they came out with saying farewell to the cast, Luke wasn't in it. And that was weird. I thought that was strange. Nicola was in it, but Luke wasn't. And they barely took any selfies or anything together this year. I think they took one at the beginning of filming just to appease the fans, right? Because the fans were like, oh, where's your pictures together? Here. It was this one, right? Yeah, that's like the only, and Nicola just doesn't look, this girl don't look the same when she takes pictures with him now. Like, you gotta say, there's a difference between that one and this one. Like, bro, like, don't even, I don't know, dude. Like, all of these leading up to their season. And then now, like, we get that. She really just looks like, I'm just taking this for the fans and that's it. I'm done. Because they were both, like, with other people. Oh, God. It's a whole mess. Yeah, the body language between him and his girlfriend. And I'm only going based on, like, what we can actually see. So we don't see behind closed doors, you guys. But, like, honestly, like, even with him out in public. So this is another thing I wanted to bring up from his play outside the stage door. When his family was there. His family. Okay, so there's a couple things. Number one, his grandma didn't even acknowledge Antonia. Someone asked her about her, and she's like, who? I'm like, so your family don't even, like, acknowledge this girl? Like, are you serious? Your family doesn't acknowledge this girl? What is going on? That's weird. So, and I know his mom don't like her. She's just letting it ride because that's her son. And, if you're a parent, even if you don't like someone's boyfriend or girlfriend, you might tell them, but you can't force them to break up or whatever. But I know his mama don't like her because the other story, the second part of this, was someone was talking to his family. And we got this info direct from the person who was there, that someone was talking to his mom. And she said, oh, we just love Luke and Nick and blah, blah, blah. And she was like, oh, yeah, we do too. Who is we? Who's we? Who is we, girl? Is it you and your whole family love Nick? Did Nick meet his family at some point? This is the whole, that's why, like, his play has opened this whole thing up again, because this is like a whole can of freaking, like, dried peanuts on the floor right now. Because how's his mama gonna say, we love her too, or we do too, we love them both too? Do you mean you love them both together? Do you mean you just love her? Did you meet her? When did you meet her? Like, did he bring her? What? What? And that was something that, like, blew our minds when we heard that. We were like, his mom said that. Okay, so his mom was like, we do too. We love her too. But then when they bring up Antonia, his family's like, what? Girl, leave him or be embarrassed later. Seriously. It's so stupid. And if he does end up marrying this girl, which I don't think he will, but if he does, it's going to be settling. That's it. It's going to be settling. You're going to, like, okay, support this girl the rest of her life. That's fine. Do you have any goals in life, Antonia? I don't think you do. The nose picking. Yeah, that was the whole, yeah, I made a video on that. That was funny. We all do it. Don't hate. We all pick our noses. I don't eat them, but I pick my nose sometimes. Girl, listen, when my nose is dry, I gotta get that stuff out. I swear, Ace stalked all the photos and videos of Elle and his exes and Nick. Elle and Jay water pick videos. Sweet and affectionate Italy water pick. She looks like driftwood. Try to pose for the photos. I think a lot of people think that she set up the Italy photos because that was at the very beginning. And that kind of blew everything out of the water with the tour. And then after those photos, the energy was very weird. Nicola was like acting real weird toward Luke in the interviews that they were having and everything else. And yeah, it was, girl, it was just, that girl is bad energy. And then I agree with you that she's trying to be like, I feel like she's trying to be like Nicola. You can't be like Nicola. Nicola is in a class of her own. You can't be like her. You can't match her aura. You can't match her vibe. You can't match her energy. And I can tell she's trying to be like her because of the stories she posts and because of the way that she speaks in her stories when she writes stuff. She's trying to emulate her because she knows that her own boyfriend is in love with this girl. I 100% guarantee, because women aren't that stupid. Even though I think this girl is dumb, she's not stupid, okay? She full on knows that Luke is in love with Nicola, so she's trying to make herself more like Nicola. Girl, that won't work. That won't work. You know how I know? Ask the hundreds of other girls who've been with guys who were in love with someone else and they tried to make themselves like them. It didn't work. It will never work. You will never be her. She's doing the poses like Nicola does. Oh my God, I can't. The photos that made me so mad were the ones of her in the purple dress at the BAFTAs, I think. And she was trying to emulate Nick, and the way Nick looks at him and like stands in front of girl. Don't even get me started. Nick probably took the selfie just to appease Luke because he was probably bugging her to take one. He was like, "We take it." Like, Luke's the one who doesn't like selfies. And they didn't even post that selfie, which is telling too. I'm like, usually they did before. I'm like, who got that selfie? Just you and Luke? Because that's even more weird. It's like, okay, you guys just took this for each other when he has a whole girlfriend and you have a whole boyfriend? Okay. That was weird. The whole thing is weird. My title of this video, they're being so weird. They are. It's so weird. At the BAFTAs, the Luke was giving Nick as he sat behind her. How could you see? Because they were so far away. But that was sketchy too. He was sitting directly behind her, and then he leaned forward. And what said everything, you guys? She didn't even acknowledge him. She didn't even acknowledge that man. She didn't even turn her head. She didn't turn around. She's like, I know that girl is sick of him. He leaned forward, and I would give anything to know what he said to her. But he leaned forward and said something. And she did not even acknowledge it. She just sat looking straight forward. That's not like Nicola. Nicola looks at people when she's talking to them or when they're talking to her. She's very much like an engaging person in that way. And those kinds of people are very like magnetic with their personality. This girl was looking straight forward and not acknowledging him as he was saying something to her. And his girlfriend was sitting next to him. He has no respect for Antonia. He has no respect for you. You need to leave and get your ass out. Oh my God. I bet she's trying. I hope to God she's not trying to get pregnant by him and trap. Man, listen. I thought their photo for the start of season 4 filming was low force. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I already said that. Exactly. Sorry. I'm trying to keep up with your comments, you guys. Yeah, it was forced. Absolutely. It was to appease the fans because the fans were all like, where's your picture this season? Because it's an annual tradition with them. I just think Nicola's done. I'm wondering how much they're going to be in this next season. Probably not much, to be honest. Probably not much. And if they are, I think it will be Nicola more because her character is more crucial to the plot line than Colin is at this point. Now, before this, it was different. But at this point, because Nicola is Lady Whistledown, it's probably going to be a lot of solo scenes with her and other people. And I honestly don't think we're going to get like a love scene with them at all. Everyone's like, oh, I can't wait to see them. Girl, let me just set your expectations now. I do not think we're going to get a love scene with them in this season. His sister's really close with A. Yeah, because his sister's sketchy too. She doesn't like Nick either, but his other family does. Like, I don't know, man. Like I said earlier, I think it's the combo between his sister and like his friend group, and it's really weird. Whatever. But his sister's probably just like a cheerleader for him. She's close with any girl he goes out with, but it's just gross. I'm just like, what? Ugh, what? I don't know. I just don't know. I feel like he's just stuck. I feel like he's stuck between like what he wants and his like and himself. He's stuck because of him, basically. Call me a conspiracist, but what if what we see is what Luke and Nick want us to see, to tone down the rhetoric about the relationship and that they're still close friends? Maybe. I mean, they really stopped, like, but that's the thing though. It's like what they did was still not okay. What they did was not okay. That's not normal promo. That's literally promo. Like if you're messing around with your co-star, like I've seen promos for romantic comedies that were less intense and intimate than that. That was just something freaking weird and unnecessary, and it should have never gotten that far. And that's why like a lot of people think that they messed around. Like, I mean, they were on they have plenty of opportunities. Let me tell you, plenty of opportunities. But I just think Nick is in love with her, not because of that, but because of who she is. And it's just like, you can just, I don't know. Like, you can tell. You can tell. I mean, let's not rehash history, but I'm just saying. You can still tell. If he was to go around her now, Nicola's probably the one who's just like, no, thank you. Meanwhile, he's like sitting in his hotel room, wishing Antonia was wishing Antonia was Nick. I can't with all these names anymore. I have so many names running through my head on a daily basis. Following the stalker rulebook of Hailey Bieber. Look at her now, but still not really happy. Yeah, I don't know if she's exactly Hailey Bieber though, because Hailey knew him since they were younger, which is also weird. That, like, but I don't have enough knowledge to talk about Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber because I never kept up with them, but it is giving off those vibes. But I don't think that A like stalked her way in. I just think she met him. I feel like she met him. He wasn't really into like being serious with her, maybe just having fun. I guarantee you he told this girl, this is all it's going to be. I think that he tried to leave her at one point. I think that because there was a period in between there where she was nowhere to be seen or heard or found. And he was trying to get back into Nick's like good graces. And there was that whole weird period between the crash out and then now where they're obviously with these people. I swear to God, he told this girl, like, no, like, I'm like, we're not doing this, blah, blah, blah. Like, this was just like fun, like, whatever. And then this girl forced her way back in. I guarantee you guys, I guarantee that's how I feel. Like, what happened? She will never do anything right. I mean, it's not that she's doing anything wrong. It's just like, she's dumb. It's like, girl, your boyfriend doesn't love you. Like, ugh. Like, I don't even know what she sounds like. I heard a clip where she was like saying something. Her voice is like, someone described her voice as like Minnie Mouse, a British Minnie Mouse. I'm like, wait, how is she British when she's from Cyprus? Isn't that like a whole different, I don't know how she has a British accent unless she was raised in the UK, but low expectations for season 411. Yeah, it's going to be like all of Benedict or whatever. But I'm just like, man, Benedict like hijacked Pauline's love story with his stupid bed scenes. So they should, do the same to his love story in this one, but I don't think it's going to happen like that. Yes, we all want to know what happened in Brazil. I don't think it necessarily, like, people say Brazil because that's when the energy changed and that's when they were really flirty and like, but that's also probably because they were drinking a lot. And like, because we both know Nick loves to party. Luke, not necessarily, but if he's with Nick and they're having fun, he's going to. So there's probably lots of drinks had, and that's what contributes to that. But I don't even know if it was necessarily Brazil's fault. It might have been somewhere else. He stroked her arm at the SAG Awards, but yes, he did. It was very. When I saw that, I was fine watching that interview of them, and then he had to stroke that girl's arm with the back of his hand. I'm like, bruh, this is not Bridgerton 1850. What are you doing? Stop. Like, you're not even doing your promo anymore. You have a whole girlfriend back at your hotel, and you are flirting heavy with this girl still, bruh. And if that wasn't enough for Anthony to leave, she's not gonna leave until he wakes up and just breaks up with her. But if she's following him around the world instead of building her career, she'll never be anything. Exactly. That's what everyone says too. It's like, what are you doing? That's why I thought it was so funny when someone asked her at the play, like, what are you doing in New York? Like, for work or whatever. Oh, I'm just dancing my way through the city. Dancing where? Where, bitch? At dance studios that, like, you had to ask to be in them because they didn't even invite you. Like, where? You're not making money. I don't know, man. I don't even blame her, because if I didn't have a career of my own, or like she does technically kind of, it's like half a career. But if I was in that position, I wouldn't be sad that someone was taking care of me. But listen, it makes Luke look bad. That can't be good for the long-term health of the relationship. Yeah, I don't see this long-term though. And that's what's annoying, is that a lot of the fans have been like making edits of them and like all this crap. And I'm like, he's not even in love with her. Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean love? I don't know. It's weird. And the only reason that these fans like her now is because she's with Luke. I guarantee you that if he ever drops her, they would change their tune so quick. They would delete those things. They would be like, okay, who's he with next? And then I'll like her. It's just like it's like a weird thing where it's like, you like an actor, so you have to like who they're with. I don't do that. I like him. I don't like his girlfriend. So he's using her feminine energy. Are you sure she's feminine? Somebody called her a tranny. Somebody said, is he dating a trans man? I'm like, that is so mean. Like, I wouldn't ever say that. That's a little too mean. Like, I say a lot of stuff, but I wouldn't say that. But after I read that comment, I was like, you know what? They kind of have a point. She kind of looks like that. I'm like, girl, if you just let your hair down and like have it relaxed a little bit, maybe that will help. It is a weird dynamic. It's very weird. The whole thing is weird. They're being weird. And like, I want to know what's going to happen when he goes back to London. And when they do the promos for Bridgerton, like if him and Nick, if it's going to be like, if they're going to be separated in interviews and it's going to be weird, like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing that, but he's not in love with her at all. So if you guys are on social media and you see like all these people talking about, oh, they're going to get married, that's another thing that I don't get. It's like, there's people out there who are making fake stories up. Like, someone sent my friend a supposed thing. You guys know Dumois? It's that like really popular celebrity like site now or whatever. And someone sent her a screenshot of something that said, oh, Antonia had a ring on her ring finger at the event, blah, blah, blah. And she sent it to me and I said, girl, this looks like a low quality like edit that somebody made just to rile people up. And she was like, I wonder if Antonia did this herself. That girl's crazy. She's crazy. But like, people are just making up stuff. And no, she did not have a ring on her dang finger like ever. I don't know what people are just crazy. Okay. Hey, Lisa. I know we won't get anything because it will take away from season 4. Yeah, but they took away from season 3 with all the other side quest stories that they had going on. So I'm just like, man, I don't know. I'm gonna try to find this concert photo of them though. Is that my cat? Java, what are you doing? My cat, I'm sorry. My cat, like, he has breathing issues, and I thought what do you mean? Yes, they are. Ugh, I think it was just on Instagram. I can't find it. TikTok. He was at a concert with this girl though, and she was like up in the balcony, and he was like in a completely different area than her. Like, who takes that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it just started as like we're friends, like, friends with benefits, whatever. And then all of a sudden it's just like she strong armed her way in, and now he can't get rid of her. It's just weird. Let me see. This is difficult because there's so many pictures of them. Ugh, this one, stop. Why are they always touching their heads together, bro? Why are you guys always touching heads? Like, come on. Why are you always touching each other's head? And her head fits like right inside of his little nook too. I'm just like, you guys you make me sick. You make me sick. They make me sick. All this stuff. If you're a real like Lucola fan, they make you sick at this point because all the crap that they did, and then just to randomly turn around and be like, okay, it's like they were doing it just for the show, but I don't think they were. That's why people are mad, because they're like, oh, they were just doing this for the show. They like tricked us. They blah blah blah. Yeah, I mean, they were promoting the show, but I think that there were real feelings there. And do you guys remember that interview where Luke said, yeah, it's a story about friends turn to lovers, and that's what happened to us? Bitch, be so for real. Why are you saying that? Why are you saying that your friends turn to lovers if you're not lovers? I think something happened between them, and then a crash out happened with this girl, and then Nicola like ran to Jake because he was already in her friend group, for like comfort or as a rebound. I feel like these people are both rebounds. I'm sorry. And they're like very long running rebounds. And I feel like Nicola eventually, yeah, developed feelings for Jake. But I feel like they ran to these people because of what happened between them. That's it. That's what I think. And also the wedding picture, when he never took his hand off her waist, even before the picture was taken. I think she was also touching his fingertips. Are you talking about Nick or Antonia? The wedding picture. Oh, from the show. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. The whole cast was like shipping them and stuff. Oh, it was like a real wedding. And when Nick walked down the aisle to Luke, why are you using their real names? Girl, this is a show. Why aren't you saying Penelope and Colin? Why are you using their real names when you're talking about don't woo, girl, oh girl. It was the whole thing together. It was just like they need to go to trial and have a jury for what they did to everybody. It was crazy. He's a grown man. I wonder if he's easily manipulated. I don't think he's easily manipulated. I just think that I feel like Luke is one of those guys who can't be alone. Like, he always has to have a girl or something. Like, he always needs to be with somebody. Or have a girlfriend, because like after Sophie, he really legitimately went straight to Jade. That there wasn't even a long break in between that, like there was kind of this time when after him and Jade broke up, he was like, looking around at like other people and whatever. But I mean, at least for almost a year. But I just feel like there's a lot of people out there who can't be alone for a certain amount of time without a partner. And I feel like that might be the way that he is. I think the more success he has, he will figure out who the hanging on people are that are just in his orbit only because of his success. Yeah, that's true. But to be fair, and to play the devil's advocate, like this girl kind of came into his life. He's not a full-blown movie star. Like right now, he's not even like he was on Bridgerton, which was the biggest thing he's ever done. And then now he's in an off-Broadway play. Like, he's not really like, the A-lister like level yet. So technically this girl was with him before like he got there, but still, like, I mean, he's making money. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, he is. He's got that Netflix money. But yeah, I really hope that he realizes. I hope that he freaking comes to his senses and is like, because I know he's not in love with this girl. And whether it's because he's still in love with Nick or whether it's because he's just not in love with this girl and you know, he needs someone else, that's fine. I honestly don't want to see him and Nick together because they're both toxic. They're both so toxic. I'm like, you guys are so messy. Like, I feel like their connection is like some sort of past life thing that like never got resolved or like whatever, because it's just so messy. And I'm like, I feel like if they were to get together, it would just be even more messy. And I'm like, no, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it. And then it would give everyone else like more PTSD. I don't want that to happen. Ugh. I told Mia we'll need group therapy, then bill them for it. Are you in Mia's lives ever? I go in her lives a lot. Because I love her lives. She's just like, but yeah, she's one of the main people who I get a lot of the communication about this stuff happening from. So I love her. If you guys don't know who she is, if you have Instagram, I think her account is Let's Be For Real, and real is spelled like, I'll put it in the chat. But she's funny. She does like all different types of pop culture, but she's been in this fan base for a very long time too. And she talks about this whole situation a lot. I don't think it's B. Okay, wait. I think it's spelled like this. Let's be for, right? There's no E after the B. Hold on. It's one of those. You'll find her, but she's funny. I like her a lot. Yeah, it's just a B with no E on it. But yeah, so anyway, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the fans are kind of, ever since this play and ever since this stuff has come out about what's happened after the play was over, it's just like everyone is just more in tune with the fact that he's just not, I don't know. I'm not going to back down from my stance that he's not in love with this girl. He is just with her because it's someone there. They might be like, you know, compatible in certain ways. I guarantee he's not in love with her. All the stuff we've seen of him and Nick, even outside of their tour, like after the cameras were off, no, like I know where his heart is. I know where his heart is. Yeah, she's not on TikTok much anymore because I think she might delete it after the whole US bought a portion of it to control stuff in the US, which is kind of gross and scary at the same time. I never had it, and I'm glad I never had it. So yeah. But I don't know if she'll delete it or not. She posted about it today. She's like, I might delete that. I don't know. But it's just like those photos of them don't compare to Nicola and Luke's stuff. And I would share a video, but I can't find the video of her outside the stage door right now. But she was just standing. Antonia was just standing by the car waiting for him to open the door for her and let her. He was more interested in talking to his fans than this girl. I'm like, you're more engaged with your fans than you are with your girlfriend. So she ended up getting in the car by herself. I was just like, girl, what are you waiting for? He's not gonna cater. I don't even know. If they're not even staying in the same room, I would think that's funny as hell. I would think that's funny as hell if they're just like in the same vicinity but not in the same room. Like, come on. And then Jade, there was one instance where, remember when Jade wrote WTF on a picture of Luke and Nick together? When Luke and Jade were still together, Nick and Luke took a picture and posted it, or some account posted it, and Jade commented WTF in the comments. And I was like, bro, like, I guarantee, like, I would love to talk to Jade so badly, because I guarantee, like, they broke up because of them. I feel like Jade and Luke broke up because of Nicola and Luke, man. I swear. And then, like, when that carriage scene came around, man, that was Luke's fantasy country. He was like, oh, he let loose. He was like, I've been waiting for this moment, and I'm going to show her what I can really do. Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. I mean, look at how, like, they looked at each other, dude. You can't. It doesn't matter if this is for, like, a photo call. Look, he's leaning into her. She's looking at him. And this is how Antonia looks at him, too. And this is what bugs me. And this is how I know Antonia is trying to be like Nicola. I'm going to look at this picture. Luke and, yeah. World Cup, was it? No. What was that tennis thing? Images. Wait. Oh, not that one. Hold on. I'll find it. Oh, where was it? Let me see more. I need to find it. It was a picture of them three, but it wasn't that one. There it is. All right. You can't tell me nothing. Because what is that? What is that? What is that? Girl, you're not Nicola and you never will be. What is that? What is this? Oh, I can't stand her. I can't stand her. Pigs don't lie. There's just no happiness when you spit. There is happiness with her. There's happiness with her. He's not even looking at her. He's looking at the guy. He's laughing at something he said. I don't know, man. Ugh. What? I don't know. I'm over it. But she's trying so hard to be like Nicola. I just can't. I freaking can't deal with it. I believe they agreed not to pursue their relationship, but stay neutral. Yeah, like I really do think they were talking. If they didn't mess around, they were at least talking about it. They were like something's here. Like, should we do this? Should we not? I feel like A came in and blew everything up. And then Nick was just like, oh, bet. So that's how it is. I'm going to go over here. Because the energy is just too weird. The energy is just too weird for two people who are supposedly just friends. If I'm just friends with a guy and I had no feelings whatsoever or nothing going on between us whatsoever, and another girl came into the picture and we were just friends, the energy wouldn't change. I'd still be the same. We'd still joke. We'd still crack jokes. We'd still be on social media together. The energy completely shifted with them, dude. The energy changed. And I think that something happened. Yeah, they had to cross some line. What kind of line? I don't know. Was it a dotted line? Was it a solid line? Was it like a do not go back, like no point of no return line? I don't know, but they did. Absolutely. Yeah, he's not looking at her, but I showed those for a comparison of Nick and Antonia, not him. But I mean, there's plenty of pics where he's looking at Nicola. Like, he doesn't look at his girlfriend like this ever when they're having pictures together, unless he's drunk. And he was doing that to get on Nick's nerves. He was doing this to get on Nicola's nerves, I promise you, because this was right after Nicola had come out with Jake publicly. And so Luke was like, okay, bet. I'll bring Antonia out. And I feel bad for this girl because like she was hidden before this. She was like nothing before this. She was like a ghost. He was hiding her. He wasn't even doing nothing with her. And then because Nicola went public with Jake, he was like, okay, so that's how it's gonna be. I'm gonna play you 10 times worse. And he brought this girl to an event where Nicola was. Nicola didn't even bring Jake to an event where Luke was. That's how I know they're both petty. They're both petty. They're both they're so toxic together. They're both petty. He brought this girl out to an event that Nicola was at. They did not interact at this event, Nicola and Luke, at all. And I feel like they were actively trying to avoid each other. At least Nicola was actively trying to avoid him at this event. They even did separate interviews, if you guys remember. They did separate interviews of the same exact interview, but they weren't in the same room together. Come on. I agree about Luke, about Nick posting about Jake. Yeah, it was just the order of how things happen. That's all. And like, doing the math and stuff. But this is still all like speculation or whatever and just kind of pattern recognition. But I think it's just so shady. It's just so shady. I've got to go make dinner. Oh, I hope you have a good dinner. Yeah, I'm gonna stay on for a little bit longer, but I need to eat something. It's like 8:00 by me right now, and I haven't eaten anything but these cashews. So I gotta go eat something soon. But yeah, like I just don't like how Anthony is trying to be like Nicola. And then, okay. Oak, Antonia, BAFTA Awards. With her stupid purple dress. Like this again. Like, that's something that Nicola would do. I don't know. I just feel like she's trying to emulate this girl, and I'm just like, it's aggravating me. Oh, it's aggravating me. Like, I'm sorry. Did you guys see the picture where they were kissing in the parking lot? And Luke isn't even looking at her or has his eyes closed. He's looking over her head. I'm like, oh, it's so embarrassing. So embarrassing. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that he's just I swear he knew people were gonna take pictures of him, and he knew Nicola would see it. I'm doing the same thing that him and Nick used to do together, and it's just, and then after this event, it's just gone. He looks miserable in this one. That was a recent one. He don't look happy there. But yeah, I don't know. So anyway, yeah, I'm definitely not making this video to say like, oh, they're gonna be like, we should ship them again and blah blah, because I'm not there. I'm not there unless something else happens that's like very clear. But I can't get this out. Yeah. I think it's weird. He doesn't love her. That's the point of this live. But I don't know if any of you have ever had experiences with people in your life or people you know who are like dating someone that doesn't even care about them, or like their partner is in love with somebody else. But I've known a lot of people like that, including myself in my early 20s. Luckily, that's not me anymore. But there's just nothing there between them. It's all like dead energy, I'm telling you. At the stage door, he has more chemistry with fans. Yes. But and part of that is, you know, he wants to be nice and energetic with fans and stuff, and I get that, but it's just like, even this girl still doesn't even post him on her stories. She still doesn't even post him on her stories. Like, girl, that's what's weird to me. This girl is like, what is she, like 24 or something? You're not acting like a 24-year-old acts on social media. And I feel like that's another part of her trying to fit his image of what she thinks that he thinks that she should be. That was a lot of words, but it makes sense. She's trying to fit his image, even though it's not her, because I know 20-something-year-old girls post on social media incessantly, you guys. It's not normal. I'm like, she's trying to make herself into something that she's just naturally not, because she wants him to love her, and she knows that he is not in love with her. It's just so sad. It's so sad. Luke broke Nick's heart, and I think he regrets losing her. I think that he did, but maybe not in a romantic way. I think she was heartbroken and like mourning something, like maybe their friendship and their connection that they had, you know, before everything went down. Like there was a period of time where this girl looked a hot mess every time she went out, and it was after everything went down, and she would just dress in all black, like she was not even like trying. I'm like, Nicola, are you okay, girl? Like, what is wrong? She used to look so cute when she went out, though. Like, oh my God, let me close all these tabs really quick and I'll get new images up. I don't want to see them on my screen no more. But like, the image of Nicola at the pub was so cute. At the, what was the event? No, not this one. Leave me alone with them. I think it was this one. She looked so cute. And she was like hosting a bingo night or something. What was it? I don't know. What is VF 150 event? I don't think that was it either. Maybe. Anyway, she looks so cute there. I mean, she used to look, oh, like this one. Like, ma'am, I don't know if it's going to be big enough for you guys to see it. I'll have to zoom in. It's going to be blurry. It's fine. Like, she was serving. She was serving looks. Like, what happened to you? And now, like, I think it's because she's just with Jake. And Jake, when you're with somebody, like Mia said this, when you're with somebody who makes you feel sexy, and I know Luke made her feel sexy, you look hot. When you're with someone who doesn't, or maybe who doesn't care, I swear Jake is probably like, you look fine just the way you are, blah, blah, blah. I know she doesn't feel sexy with Jake. Like, ma'am, why were you wearing lounge pants housewear to an actual formal event? Like, I get you have the t-shirt for Palestine. That's fine. But like, at least like put some like do your hair, like do like her energy is drained. I feel like her aura is different. Her aura is so different. Her hair is not done. Her makeup's not did. Girl, what is happening to you? It's crazy to see the 180, you guys. And like, if you're not, you wouldn't notice it if you don't remember how she used to look and how she used to be. But man, I'm telling you what, it is a change. I'm going to wear that. It's just a change, man. I'm just like, girl, from like, where's another photo of her where she was like serving. I mean, this one, like, what happened? Nicola, what happened? There was that one of her in the black dress. Let me see. Nicola Coughlan, black dress. This one, you guys. Here, where is it? Open image, new tab. Like, where is this girl? Where is she? Where is she? Who's this? Where is she? I don't know. I don't know. But it had like, and I'm not bashing her looks or anything. That's the last thing I'm doing. I'm saying there is a difference. There is a straight up difference between what she used to do when she went out and what she does now. And I'm just like, man, I just feel like Luke and her brought out the best in each other. And then ever since something went down and, whatever, like it's just did a complete 180 with everybody. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to find new pictures of her that have like this same glow, man. And I just can't. I'm like, let me see. Nicola Coughlan, 2025. Is that you? Java. I thought it was a kid outside. It's my cat snoring. He's can you breathe? I mean, like that. Where'd this girl go? Like, ma'am, serving looks. Where did this girl go? Look at her makeup. It is so, and granted, this was for the tour. I'm trying to compare pictures of like her not, being from the tour, just being out and about. What happened to you? What happened to this girl? Like, her aura is so different here. Even her energy. It's not even the way she's dressed or her makeup. It's her energy is different than this. What is this? It's like your boyfriend is draining the life out of you. I'm telling you what, dude. These young people, he's stealing her youth. He's like, they're in an age gap thing too. He's like, how much younger is he than her? I don't even remember at this point. I feel like he's like an energy vampire just sucking her youth out of her, bro. Like, how the hell do you go from this to this? Oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on. Even this. It's not about what she's wearing. It's about the energy. Like, ma'am, I'm a boss. Like, no one can touch me. To this, let's order pizza and just watch Netflix. Come on, girl. Do better than this. I love you, but girl, maybe I am wrong, but life might be imitating art in reverse. What if Luke loved Nick, but she just wanted to be friends, similar to Penn and Colin? He could be the heartbroken one. Yeah, that's also very true. And that's something that the fans have also brought up and talked about in certain circles. I feel like there was one interview where Nicola said something about her not believing in let people like her, like being very cynical about that stuff. And I feel like she might have looked at Luke as like, oh, there's no way he likes me like that. I mean, like, look at him. There's no way he likes me like that. And she might have just pushed him away because she felt that way. She felt like she wasn't good enough for him, maybe. First of all, girl, you're a dang lie. So get that out of your head. But she, like, that could be another scenario where she kind of pushed him away because she's literally said herself in an interview, she's very cynical about that stuff. And I feel like the SAG Awards was Luke's last ditch effort, man. I so feel like that. It was Luke's last effort to be like, Nick, I love you. Like, I'm not even like playing right now. Like, I have a whole girlfriend in my hotel room and I am blatantly flirting with you on camera. Yeah. I also am in that camp, Melissa, where I feel like she could have broken his heart or hurt his feelings, because Luke is a very sensitive person, as we all know, because they've said it numerous times. And let's not forget, Luke used to be thick. Luke only bulked up for his season. Luke used to be a thick man. All of his girlfriends had meat on their bones, except for this one. Like, girl, you went from like thick and luscious to like, I'm not going to hate on people's bodies. That's mean, because I don't like it when people do it to anyone I know. But I'm just saying the change is crazy. That's why I feel like it's weird that he's with Antonia as well, because that's not his type. If he even has a type, it's not that. And most guys don't have a type. Most guys will just take any type that they can take. But Luke, you're Luke Newton. You can get anyone you want, okay? But yeah, I highly, highly agree with you. Thank you for commenting that. She looks like she's been crying. She just looks like she doesn't try anymore. I'm like, Nicola, your hair's frizzy. It's worn down. Like, ma'am, where is this? Where is this bitch? Where are you? Where are you? Even like the pictures of her selfies and stuff, like, it's just different energy. I don't know. The BAFTA, she looked cute, but the energy just wasn't there. Again, like, it's just different energy. Like, it's not like it used to be. I feel like when her and Luke had whatever falling out they had, the energy that they both had, they took it with them. It went away with them. Like, it just, I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. She's such a bad bee. And like, man, now it's just like, what is going on? And yeah, she hasn't really been posting recently on her Instagram either. They're just really being hush hush on social media, which is also very weird, because before this year, they were all up each other's butts on social media all the time, liking stuff, commenting on stuff, being flirty. Like, I don't know. Maybe they both realize now that they both made a wrong choice and now they feel it. Maybe. I just think it's so funny how life is imitating art right now. It's just, I do feel like Nicola might have been, because I'm that way too, and I get it. I'm that way where if somebody genuinely is interested or likes me, like, I don't always believe it, because how could you be? And I feel like Nicola was that way with Luke, and she just never fully opened up. And then what was that interview? It was with Luke Thompson, Luke Newton, and Nicola. They were doing the dream interview. And one of the questions was, let me try and find it. I'm going to get copyright flagged for this. I'm not going to do this sound, but oh no, somebody else could copyright it. Let me try to find it. I'm going to run the CCs. It was where he slapped Nicola's leg. He's like, yes, this is talking about you. I'm going to find it, you guys. Keep commenting in the comments. I'll come back to those later. Okay, here it is. All right, watch this one sec. Maybe it's a fear about love, Luke Tom says. And then he touches Nicola on the arm. You guys, you got to read these subtle clues, man. I'm telling you what. And this was Luke Thompson doing that, not Newton. Luke Newton in this whole interview was acting very possessive over Nicola, though, I will say. His arm around her the whole time. He didn't want Luke Thompson touching her at all, bro. He was like, this is my girl. He says, maybe it's a love dream, a fear about love. And then he taps her arm. I'm telling you, man, like, might have a point. Might have a point. It might have been her pushing him away. He is probably dating what society expects of him. What he thinks society thinks he should be doing. I don't know. I don't think Luke is that way, though. That's what's really hard. And I've had that exact same thought. Trust me, girl. I have had that exact same thought. But I don't think Luke is that way. I think he was under some sort of like pressure from people, like external factors. I really think it was external factors or something weird. Something weird happened. Something weird happened. I'm sure Nick is exhausted from taking on so many projects, especially the fundraising, speaking out for Palestine. Yeah, and that's the other thing that's weird. It's like doing that when you're a figure in entertainment, being that, like, it's okay to support stuff like that, but being as involved and outspoken as she is, it can be a career killer. And so, like, outside of this play she's doing, like, I don't know if she's had any other offers come in. Like, we don't know. Like, we don't know if she had a surge of work after Bridgerton because she was just like magnificent in it. But like now, who knows? She lost like 500,000 followers from it. She's down to 6 mil from 6.5 million. That's a lot. And it's just always risky to back something like that so hard when you're in the entertainment as a public figure. I think Luke likes having someone who drops everything for him. A literally follows him everywhere. Kind of feel like this will catch up with her when they split and she has no career to fall back on. Yeah, I've always said that. That's why I'm like, girl, if you're going to be with him, at least try to use him to level up your career or make connections. Because honestly, the fact that your Instagram followers are still sitting at the same amount and you've been with this man for like almost a year now, like, are you serious? Are you for real? I would be milking that for whatever it's worth, dude. If you really want to be a dancer, then do that. Like, she barely posts on social media though. And that's why I feel like he's not serious. I don't know. That's why I feel like it's just weird. It's all weird. Oh yeah, I do think they miss each other. For sure. Yeah. Emphasize for emphasis. Maybe this time with Luke being in New York and her in the UK, maybe they will figure out. Oh, I don't know if it's about the distance because they could be in the same country and not have contact with each other. So I hope that when the time comes around to promote the new season of Bridgerton, they will kind of hash things out and, whatever. But I'm saying right now, like, just don't hold on hope to this, guys. Like, for real, just the best thing that any fan base could do who shipped somebody is just let it be. And if it happens, it happens. Like Tom and Zendaya, they were dating other people and then they got back together later. Like Ashton Kutcher and Mila, they were shipped when they were doing that 70s show for a little bit. Then everyone forgot about it. And years down the road, guess what happened? They got married and they're so cute. And I love them because they're still together. And I feel like they will last for the rest of their lives, hopefully. But I love them. But you gotta just forget about it, which I think a lot of us are doing at this point. But like his play just kind of opened up that whole thing. So anyway, yeah. But no, I thank you guys for joining tonight. I know it's the weekend, so it's the only time I have to do lives. So hopefully you guys like weekend lives because since I'm, working during the week, it just burns me out. And then I don't want to do anything after work is over. I just want to rot in my bed. So, but yeah, like, I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely don't start shipping them again because we're not at that point. It's still very much like weird energy, and I just hope that they get back together and at least become close like they used to be, because energy like that doesn't just go away. It's still there. It's just subdued until somebody opens it up again. So thank you. I try to be entertaining. I'm very tired today, so I'm not my usual self, but Oh, this is the first time. Yeah, well, I'm glad you made it. Thank you. I like the weekend lives. Yeah, the week is really hard, and everyone on YouTube is always like, "Oh, you need to go during the week because that's the best time." Like, I don't care about the best time. I try to do the best time for you guys, like for my audience. So it's hard when YouTube doesn't give me the analytics though that tells me when you guys are online because it doesn't do that for me right now because I haven't been doing videos as regularly as I used to, but I'm gonna try to get those back up again to see when you guys are online. But yeah, I'll do stuff on the weekends now then, um, for you guys so you can join, probably in the evening time when everything's like chill and calm down. Thank you, Melissa. Yes, thank you, Shauna. I want them to be happy too. Like even if it's like I said, I don't know if I want them together at this point because they're just so like toxic for each other, it seems. Like they're just they go back and forth like with stuff. It's just like I don't know, man. But I feel like when Nicola posted those Australia photos and Luke liked the posts after like a day, I feel like that was Luke just throwing his hands up and being like, okay, like I'm done. You're with him. I get it. It's fine. So I don't know, but I'm interested to see like how much longer they're actually with their current partners. Cause I know at least for Luke, I really don't think like no, like his career is just starting. It's not gonna no, he's not gonna be girl, he's not gonna be with you forever. So just gotta see what happens and go with the flow. You are very welcome. Thank you for joining. All right, guys. I'm gonna go cook dinner because it's like 8:30. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Have a good day tomorrow. And I will do these lives a little bit more on the weekends. Not every weekend, but if something comes up that I want to talk about, you know I'll be there. All right. Have a good one, guys.